Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about respectable challenges to fellowship with Jesus. This video and the idea behind it really has been inspired a fair bit by conversations that I've been having with friends or with others. And I think it's also been inspired by what we've been reading and talking about in the John Owen book. And so I just wanted to take some time to think about again, some challenges that we have to our fellowship with Jesus, and some of them are respectable. And the respectable challenges are actually the harder challenges to deal with. And so I want to think about three scenarios, three preoccupations. People are preoccupied with certain things. The first person, let's say this person is really preoccupied with politics. They want their particular political candidate to win, or their political party to have its way and to pass its agendas. A second person who's really into finances and wants to make sure they invest their money properly, and if they invest their money properly in this stock instead of that stock, or in some other way they're interested in finances, that's where they spend a lot of their time and energy. And then the third person is struggling with pornography. So this person just really is not maybe so much struggling with pornography, but has just given themselves over to pornography, and a lot of their time is filled with looking at it. And so what's true of all three of these is that all three of these people with their preoccupations are all distracted from what is the best. And what do we mean by what's the best? Well, the best thing in life, the best thing possible, is for us to have fellowship with Jesus. And so, and what we want to say then is that if you spend your time and put all your hope in something other than Jesus, then you have what the Bible calls an idol. Finances or politics and pornography, they can all become idols. And it goes something like this: if my politics go well, then I'll have a happy life and I'll have a lot of joy, right? Life will be great and I'll have great joy if only politics goes the way I want it to. Or I'll have a great life and I'll be happy as long as finances go the way I want it to. And what we want to say is that joy in the Lord is possible with political disappointments. Your candidate could lose and you could still have joy in the Lord. You could have financially lean times. You lost a lot of money on the stock market and you could still be happy in the Lord. What we want to say then is that delighting in the Lord in hard times is what we must learn to do. Right? We must learn to delight in the Lord no matter how hard the times get. And one of the best examples of that from the Bible is Paul, as he's in the Philippian jail. And he says in Philippians 4:11, I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. And so the idea is it's completely possible if you're focused on your fellowship with the Lord, you have a good relationship with the Lord, you're walking in obedience to the Lord, you can have joy in the Lord, even if other parts of your life are not going as well as you would wish. And actually, one of the main things I want to highlight in this little talk here is that the respectable distractions, the finance and the politics, those sorts of things. Maybe your distraction is something other than that. Maybe you just spend all your time thinking about sports, or spend all your time thinking about some other thing. But these respectable distractions are, in a sense, somewhat harder to battle. And what do I mean by that? Well, the guy who's defeated by porn, or somebody, let's say, who's cheating on their wife, or they know that they need to make a change, right? There's, hopefully they have a sense that this is not right. This is not the way things should be. And it's going to be perhaps, of course, we have to account for the hardening effects on their heart that sin makes on their heart, but can be convinced, perhaps without too much trouble, convinced you need to make a change. And that person, when they see where they're at, they will call out to God. They will say, God, I need your help. Please empower me by your Spirit to set my mind on the Lord, not on the filth. And at least will begin to battle the sin that they're in. But the guy with excessive political or financial hopes, they may be harder to convince that they need to delight in the Lord more than they do. I mean, after all, maybe the guy in politics is actually, that's part of his job. or the guy in finances is like, well, I have to make good use of the money the Lord has given me. I have to save for retirement and so on. So there's a respectability to it because, again, it's not scandalous to work in politics. It's not scandalous to take care of the finances that you have. And so that person who is excessively, right, all their hope is life will be great if politics, finances, whatever it is, goes well. Well, again, they may say there's really nothing to change, right? There's nothing to change. But in the process, all their hope is there. Their hope is not in the Lord. And they're going to stay in a sort of a joyless state, or they will be hindered from a joyful communion with God so long as they put the communion with God lower on their priority list and they pursue less vigorously their delight in the Lord. And so again, that's the challenge. They all need to set their mind on the Lord, right? The person who cares about politics, the person who cares about finance, the person who's distracted by pornography, they all need to turn and set their hearts on the Lord. They all need to see that if they will have joy that will endure, it can only come in their fellowship with the Lord. And it will never come from getting their earthly and temporary desires met, right? And so what we want to do then is, and the big point behind all of this is, I'm hoping that we can all come to the point where we can know what it means to delight in the Lord, right? To know what it means to enjoy close fellowship with the Lord, to have a fellowship with the Lord that makes our hearts happy. To see that no matter what our idol is, whether it's a respectable idol or a shameful idol, it seems like an odd way to speak about it, but whatever preoccupies our mind, whatever our hope is built on that's not the Lord, may we see that they're all trouble and that the remedy is the same. The remedy is Psalm 37:4, we may say, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. And I think one of the best ways to think about that particular verse is delight yourself in the Lord and the Lord will give himself to you, right? The Lord will give you, if you set your delight on him, he is happy to give himself to you in fellowship and in communion with him. And may we find that as we set our hope on the Lord and he is pleased to give himself to us, our heart will know joy unspeakable and full of glory. And that's my hope for you, no matter what your distraction in life may be.